Now we switch to the girls. The East Lyme and Old Lyme girls, two outstanding teams, the classes of the eastern part of the state, the Shoreline and ECC conferences on the field tonight, showing off their stuff. And, Coach, we had a treat in Game 1. I'm expecting Game 2 to be every bit the same.
I think we're going to have the same. I think we're going to have fireworks pretty early. I think you're going to see a team in Old Lyme dribbling at defenders and putting pressure on them. And when you got a kid like number 12, Maya Johnson, you're in for a long night. You got to be disciplined. On top of that, East Lyme, probably one of the better passing teams in the league. They got a lot of premier players who play all year round, who know each other. Last night, they played last night, so I asked Coach Redding, how are their legs, how they doing, and she thinks they're fine. They're going to be fine. They're high school kids. They're ready to go, and how can you not be in front at youth night in East Lyme, Connecticut here? 1,000 people here.
Tough loss last night to the Waterford High School girls team, another class team in the ECC.
Yep.
And we see them come back immediately. Somewhere down on the sideline, lurking as always, is our very own sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. He will be down there providing tidbits from the coaches. Of course, very special coaches, Rachel Redding and Paul Gleason. Sports doctor, you got us?
Yeah, we got you, Casey. Good job in Game 1. Game 2, very exciting. Like I said, the stars are out tonight. Maya Johnson for Old Lyme. We'll keep an eye on her. I can tell you right now, Casey, the East Lyme team, they certainly will be as well.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. We'll be checking in on and off throughout the game with you. And, if you're the East Lyme girls, double sort of pressure. Lost last night, and then your boys just came out and put on a thriller in Game 1. You gotta try to complete the sweep.
Absolutely. I think the Vikings are known for taking care of home field advantage. They come out. They're very good home teams. And I think you're going to see an East Lyme girls team ready to play against one of the better Class S teams in the state of Connecticut.
As always, my thoughts immediately turn to the people between the pipes. I'm a fan of the keepers, and we're going to start with Old Lyme because they are very, very young at the keeper position, a sophomore and a freshman, and it's sophomore Samantha Gray who gets the start for them tonight. On the other side of things, East Lyme, a little bit more veteran leadership there, but only a junior, Avery Owen. So a little bit of inexperience at the keeper positions for both teams.
Yeah, but they have defense in front of them that I think will help out. They got a lot of seniors out here. I mean, obviously East Lyme a little bit younger, playing with a little bit more of a sweeper look tonight. Hopefully they're ready for this is going to be end-to-end tonight. Case.
East Lyme in the maroon, going right to left, and Old Lyme in the white, going left to right. And, of course, you mentioned her before, number 12, Maya Johnson of Old Lyme. And she will immediately touch the ball as soon as she can for Old Lyme. She is a rock star out there in the midfield. And there she is with a little flick to herself. First run of the game comes on Johnson on her foot. She'll control in the East Lyme end. Nifty move. Johnson, a little left-footed chip in front, and East Lyme will clear.
Yeah, I think as long as East Lyme stays organized in the defensive third, they're going to be okay. We'll see how effective Old Lyme is at dribble penetration, which is Coach Gleason's goal tonight.
Colleen Walsh with the ball for Old Lyme, and she loses it out of bounds, and we'll get a throw-in from East Lyme. That'll be thrown in by Angie Venditti.
Yep. Great little defender. Had a great offseason, came a long way, getting looked at by some schools now. Great athlete. And both teams are playing a 4-4-2. It looks like pretty methodical teams. One team has a special kid up front, but I'll tell you what, Olivia Cantazara, can't rule her out. She's a nifty little player for East Lyme, creative. Number 10. She's gonna have a good night tonight.
Wargo puts it in front. Keeper comes out a little bit late. Samantha Gray that time was a little indecisive. She wasn't sure if she wanted to come out to the ball or stay home. She came out to the ball and cleaned it up.
Good decision.
And she will release and punt, and Old Lyme turns it over in the midfield. Provincia that time got it for East Lyme, and now back onto the feet of Old Lyme. They'll play it outside. It goes to Walsh. Walsh tries to keep it in bounds and turnover in the midfield. Ball's loose. There's Johnson for Old Lyme. So dangerous. Nifty move up the middle of the field. She's already in scoring position. Puts it on a dime. Tries to go to the left foot. Lets off a shot. And a save!
What an effort.
Unbelievable effort, Maya Johnson, but Avery Owen stood her ground and made the save.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Gleason was talking about. attacking middle and attacking third, dribble penetration, go at him with speed and purpose, and she sure did that. Great hit.
Unbelievable effort. Maya Johnson, though, that was beautiful. How often do you see any player in high school use both feet so effectively? She used both feet. You didn't know which side she was going to get the shot off from, and she got a bullet onto goal.
Yeah, I remember watching her last year, and she asked her coach what foot he wanted her to take the corner with, so it tells you the ability.
In the middle of the field, East Lyme will take control. That's Venditti. She plays it far sideline. East Lyme with the ball in the middle of the field, and a nice job clearing it out. Old Lyme, that was Grace Lathrop, and she was able to get the left foot on it and clear, and Old Lyme will try to work the far sideline, but out of bounds, it'll be East Lyme throw. Nope, it'll be an Old Lyme throw. They got it off the foot of East Lyme, so Old Lyme will throw it in.
Yep.
Johnson. Now a little change of fields by Old Lyme. Loses the ball down the sideline. East Lyme on a run. Opportunity here, 2-on-1. Ball put in the middle. Shot deflected. One opportunity and cleared. And now quickly on the other end, an opportunity for Old Lyme. Klimaszewski had a chance. Stepping into it is Walsh. Walsh to Klimaszewski, putting it on for Johnson, and intercepted by East Lyme. Nice job by Janaea Kelly that time, stepping in on the interception. Here's another opportunity for Old Lyme, though. Johnson plays it back into the midfield. Little switch of fields, and Kelly will step in and take it for East Lyme. Passes it off to Wargo, and Wargo will try to set it up, but she loses it in the midfield, and Old Lyme will take control. Nifty move by Lathrop into the middle of the field, and back to Lathrop as she puts it onto Johnson's feet. Johnson, way too much space to give her.
Yeah.
Nice ball up the middle. Out comes the keeper to clean it up. Good job by Avery Owen as Johnson was looking for Klimaszewski down the seam. 5 minutes in, and we have seen some really good action early on, including a point-blank shot by Maya Johnson and a great save by Avery Owen. Old Lyme controlling the tempo in the midfield right now. East Lyme content to sort of play on their half of the field right now.
Good step defensively there.
Loose ball, nice job by Walsh. Walsh keeps it on her feet. Walsh plays it to Klimaszewski. Klimaszewski tried to go to Johnson, but to no avail. Stays in, Old Lyme ball. Klimaszewski let it ride in front. Opportunity, far post, no good. As McCarthy made a run, Dani McCarthy had a chance.
Ooh.
Steal in the middle. Armenia in front. Klimaszewski shot and a save. Rebound. Cleared out by East Lyme. Another save by Avery Owen.
Old Lyme came ready to play.
Klimaszewski that time had a point-blank shot. She had either side to go to, and as often the case, hit it in the middle.
Exactly. Aim for the goalie. It will not go to her.
Keeper's best friend. Nice job, Old Lyme, playing it back through the defensive end. Lathrop. Now she loses the ball.
Dangerous.
Straight up the middle. Opportunity. East Lyme puts a shot on goal, and it goes wide. Sports Doctor, what do you got?
Hey, Casey, I had a chance to talk to head coach Paul Gleason from Old Lyme, and I said, Coach, how long into the first game of your season do you get a sense or a feel for your team is at? He said, maybe 10, 15 minutes. How about 4 or 5 for the coach? Old Lyme pedal to the metal here early.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Kind of the opposite of what we saw in the boys' game where both teams came out a little slow. These teams are both letting it fly. Here's a corner kick. East Lyme, far post. Ball loose. Opportunity in front. It's a scrum. Feet are kicking, and out it clears from Old Lyme. Back in. Ball put on goal. Nice job by the Wildcats. And an opportunity through the midfield. Kelly corrals it for East Lyme. Puts it right back to Wargo, but intercepted, and on the other direction will come Old Lyme. Nice action that time in front of the goal. And I remember, again, back in my days as a keeper, there was nothing more uncomfortable than a ball bouncing around 10, 15 yards away because it could come from any direction, and you're just screaming at your defenders.
Get it out.
Clear it, kick it, whatever you got to do. Throw in will come from Venditti. Nice job down the sideline, controlled by Old Lyme. Intercepted by Preventure. Now down the sideline.
Canzaro. Yep.
Nice move. Agbayani plays it. Back it goes. Venditti into the middle. Here's a point blank. Look in front. Shot and a save. That was Meredith Healy, the freshman, with an opportunity, but Gray was in good position with the save for Old Lyme.
I talked to Coach Redding before the game, and she was absolutely impressed with Meredith Healy. You know, freshman coming in, making a difference.
Quick turn, change of pace. Kelly steps in front for East Lyme. Old Lyme had a nice transition opportunity that time. Back into the backfield. Steps in front. Venditti plays it ahead. And a nice job out on the left edge by Wargo. Wargo on the sideline plays it in front. Catanzaro looking for a return pass. And a nice clear by Old Lyme. Very skilled, both teams right now. Kept in nicely. Old Lyme with a little lobs and a nice job by Klimaszewski to settle. Johnson wants the ball for Old Lyme. She's looking for it. Played by Walsh. Back through the midfield. Old Lyme through the midfield. Comes Daron.
Good run by McCarthy behind the defense.
East Lyme can't clear it. Old Lyme stays in possession. Now East Lyme does a great job, and out for a run is Healy.
Yeah.
Healy down the sideline, 2-on-3. Healy puts it in front. Catanzaro, left foot, and a save by Gray.
What a difference, huh?
I would say a memo to the East Lyme and Old Lyme boys. This is how to come out not flat.
Yeah, this is come watch the girls play.
Johnson tried to get nifty, lost it. East Lyme, nice job by Agbayani. Now through the middle. Old Lyme, here's a steal. Klimaszewski, but Kelly steps. Kelly controls. Nice job by Janiyah Kelly. She's going to maintain possession. Now she loses it, and she gets it back. And out of bounds, it will stay East Lyme ball. So great work by Janiyah Kelly, battling with Catherine Finaro.
Yeah, like to see her actually play the way she faces a little bit when she gets into that little no man's land. You know, could hurt her against a player like Maya Johnson up front. She's a poacher.
Yes, that's a very good point. There's Finaro. Loses the ball. Wargo. Old Lyme comes out of the pack with it. And we have a throw in for Old Lyme. It'll be taken by Finaro. Johnson, very patient. She's very patient. You know she's skilled, but she doesn't try to do too much.
Nope. Times her runs well. But right now, I'd like to see her up at the last defender, stretch this defense out a little bit.
Right into the ball game is Manthous, and she gets the ball immediately on the throw. Now down into the corner it goes. Manthous tries to make a run, tries to put it in front. Johnson controls. Johnson uses the left foot. Johnson puts it in the middle, and a shot wide off of the foot of Daron. And it'll be a goal kick for East Lyme. No score here in the first half. An exciting first half so far between the East Lyme and Old Lyme girls. The Vikings and the Wildcats going toe-to-toe, back and forth action here, but no goals as of yet.
Yeah, and you don't see any fallback from playing last night against the Waterford game. East Lyme came out ready to play. Fresh legs, they look sharp.
Ball in the midfield. East Lyme, that's Preventure. She puts it up in front, but Old Lyme steps in. Now Johnson, up ahead it goes to Manthous. She loses it. And the midfielders right now are battling. There's a nice play down by McCarthy. McCarthy, far sideline, keeps it in bounds.
Oop.
There's Johnson. Johnson, nifty move, spreads, tries to get a shot off, and it's stoned.
That'll leave a mark.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now in the defensive end. Finaro plays it up ahead to Siefkin.
Good
Up
ball.
ahead it goes. Manthous tries to make a little cut, but Kelly does a great job denying her. And that'll be a goal kick coming out of the East Lyme end. Nice run that time by Siefkin of Old Lyme and put it up ahead. Just couldn't quite make it happen. Manthous is really working on the offensive end for Old Lyme.
Yeah, I think the next level for these guys out wide is let that run go and hit that second run. You know, that second runner in, McCarthy coming across in a diagonal run or Johnson. I think they're going to adjust a little bit and make that happen.
Kelly on the goal kick, sliding through midfield, controlled by East Lyme. Nice job by Healy. Now Healy puts it down the far sideline with nobody home, and Old Lyme will turn. Now you don't see girls playing it through the keeper
like you do with the boys. They don't turn and play that as much.
Yeah, it depends on the level of the keeper, too. You don't want to put pressure on a newbie. You know?
There you go. There's the inexperience of the keepers. You don't have that same kind of offense coming out of the defensive end. Now here's Manthous 1-on-2. Kelly steps in front, but she gets it to Johnson. Now Johnson trying to make some moves. Goes with the left foot. Wants a teammate. Instead, beautiful run out in front. Shot up. And a save over the top. What a beautiful shot. McCarthy had a bullet. Dani McCarthy let fly, and a save by Avery Owen.
Well, that's two kids playing together for a long time, McCarthy and Johnson. They played together a long time. They know what each other's going to do. They played in these positions. They won 3 state championships.
So patient. Maya Johnson, patient. She looked. She wanted to find where McCarthy was. She put it right on her foot. It's really well done. McCarthy will take the corner from the far corner.
Football huddle play.
Breakout. Here it is. High end over end ball into the box. Foot on it in front and out of bounds as Daron had a chance. She settled with the right foot, but no opening materialized, and it will be a goal kick.
How lucky are we tonight? Alec Kaczynski and Maya Johnson.
Yeah,
in
really,
one night.
really special players. Absolutely.
2 players of the year, possibly. You know.
Absolutely. I mean,
watch them play.
I mean, there are people that pay to come see them play.
Right.
And it's a privilege to be able to do what we do. Kelly with the goal kick for East Lyme, a low liner. Rolls through the midfield, and no one can control for East Lyme, so they'll play it back. Old Lyme will to Finaro out of her defensive end. Finaro with plenty of time. Nicely done. Finaro puts it onto the foot of Siefkin. Siefkin to Manthous. Manthous in front. Johnson flicks. In front, shot, and a goal! Dani McCarthy! On the beautiful flick feed from Johnson. What a nice transition from Finaro to Manthous to Johnson to McCarthy.
Absolutely. That's how you – it's probably how they practice every day. These guys have played together a long time. McCarthy to time her run, go all the way across the field. I mean, that's why she's a senior and has 3 state championships. That's a great finish by McCarthy.
4 East Lyme people touch the ball. A back, a midfielder, a forward, and a wing, and they all touch the ball in about 10 seconds.
All one touch.
Scored a goal.
Yeah,
that is beautiful soccer.
Yep.
1-0. Old Lyme over East Lyme, 25-50 remaining in the first half.
Clinical finish, too. Far post, in the corner. You know,
absolutely nothing that could be done by Avery Owen. She's made every save possible.
Exactly.
Nothing you can do there.
Yeah.
And you have to respect Johnson so much for her, for her abilities. If she's going to make that pass, there's nothing you can do. That ball was put exactly on the far post.
Yep. But I'll tell you what, I like this little Healy Catanzaro attack for the Vikings. They're timing their runs well against this 4-back against Old Lyme. Here's Johnson again.
Johnson with the ball. Makes a move, streaks down, tries to get a foot on it, puts it in front, and Manthous wanted to have a shot, but we get a whistle instead.
Penalty kick.
And that's going to be a PK, and Maya Johnson's going to be taking it.
Yep.
And is there anybody unhappier than Avery Owen right now?
Right. All you're praying for is it goes through the football uprights into Waterford or doesn't hit you.
So Maya Johnson will take the PK, already up 1-0, 25-04. Avery Owen, the junior keeper for East Lyme, in the unenviable position of facing a Johnson PK. Shot and a goal calmly put into the back of the net by Maya Johnson, and it is 2-0 Old Lyme.
They put it on the wrong line.
All right. So we're going to do it again.
From the actual penalty spot.
They put it on the wrong line, and they're going to say no goal.
Do over.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
What line did they put it on?
Look.
They put it on the extra point line of the football team. They were expecting it to go through the uprights.
That's right. This is better. This is better.
So Johnson will have another crack at. She's already scored once. She steps up, and she scores. She goes low on the ground and scores. Oh, Maya Johnson says, I can do it again.
That one is big only because floodgates are open. You know, you've got an East Lyme team reeling from a defeat last night to their arch rival Waterford. They got to come in tonight, play the Player of the Year. I mean, you sense that this game could get away from them pretty quick, and they're young. Like I talked to Redding, Coach Redding, she knows they're young.
2-0 Old Lyme on top here. 25 minutes remaining in the first half. East Lyme a little bit on their heels now. Going to have to try to mount an offensive attack. And Old Lyme putting the foot on the pedal right now. Finaro, nicely done. In the middle. Oh, nice steal and a play on by Preventure. Preventure puts a through ball up ahead, but too far and can't get there. Healy was trying, but Healy couldn't get there in time. And Gray comes out of off her line and makes the save for Old Lyme. Gray with a low punt in the middle. East Lyme tries to control. Loose ball. East Lyme, that's Preventure. Preventure, far side. Little move and a nice job as McCusker tried to get it on goal and Old Lyme intercepted. Manthous. Oh, nice job by Manthous. She put it off of Venditti. Old Lyme will have the throw. Finaro with the throw.
I'm impressed with Manthous out here. She came in the game, right, as a sub.
Yes.
She's done a lot of nice things out here on the right.
She has.
As a freshman.
Yeah, you know? the Manthous name, not unfamiliar. We called it in game 1.
Yep. Sounds very familiar.
Finaro got a head on it. Now the ball's high up into the air. Manthous wants to settle. Head ball. A lot of Old Lyme Wildcats there. Out of the pack. Old Lyme settles. Far sideline. Old Lyme very much in control. Up ahead it goes. McCarthy loses it on the far side, but it's saved up in Johnson with a run now. Johnson so calm. She lets it go out of bounds. Quickly throws it in. Wants us to seize the timing. McCarthy tries to change fields, but East Lyme intercepts. East Lyme with a little bit of an opportunity, but stoned that time by Armenia. Other side now. Manthous. Manthous, beautiful move. Switches feet. Tries to get it ahead to Johnson. Johnson, long shot up over the top. That's from 25 yards out, and without a thought, she just turns and hits a bullet.
Yep. She goes, I'll take it with the left.
Oh, I'll tell you. To be young and talented, I don't know how to be either.
We were
of those
one
things.
of those at one point.
I was young. You were young and talented. I was just young. I was young and enthusiastic, if that counts for anything. Kelly with the goal kick for East Lyme. East Lyme right now just needs to get a good shot on goal. They need to get a nice. They need to play like Old Lyme had, where 2 or 3 people touch it and they get a shot.
I like how East Lyme's playing, to be honest with you. They're organized. They're keeping the ball. They're dangerous up front. They're not doing a lot off. They're just up against Goliath.
Yeah.
And one mistake will cost you.
Yeah, Old Lyme, who at this point believes the state championship trophy is permanently residing in the Wildcats school.
Yes.
Oh, there's a nice ball that time. Out it goes, but Healy can't get there in time. Old Lyme, very, very solid in the back. Even though they're pushing and pushing. Very, very solid on the back line.
Yeah, and you got Caroline Wallace sitting over there with a hamstring, bad hamstring. Caroline for Old Lyme is a steady center back, senior, captain that they're playing without tonight. So this tells you how deep the Old Lyme team is.
Yeah, considering they're without a couple kids tonight and not skipping a beat.
Right. Just young guys come in. It's a program.
That's right. It's not a team. It's a program.
Yeah, it's like East Lyme.
Don't have to ask before the season. Is Old Lyme going to be good? The answer is yes. Of course, Old Lyme's going to be good.
Yeah.
There's a turnover in the midfield. Now Johnson, dangerous, puts it out wide. It goes Armenia. Armenia, we're looking for a run with McCarthy.
Unlucky. Went out of bounds. Armenia is she's a game changer. Technically good player. She was hurt last year in their finals. She missed the final.
Only a sophomore. The talent. You can see the skill is there.
Yep. They're unselfish. It's just a great group of kids.
Finaro steps up. She wants Manthous. Switches fields. That's beautiful by Finaro. Nice return pass she got from Siefkin. I just love the way the Old Lyme girls play right now. Finaro and Siefkin knew where each other was going to be. Manthou's a sub, and everyone knows where everyone's going to be.
And they certainly know where Maya Johnson is.
Everyone should know where Maya Johnson is at all times.
Yep.
There's speaking of Maya Johnson, she plays it back into the midfield to Armenia. Now Armenia makes a run. Armenia straight through, crosses the 25. Armenia's going to let fly with a shot. No one stepped to her, so finally she let it go, and a save by Owen.
Yeah, that's where you have the Old Lyme attackers drawing their defenders away. Go ahead, Armenia. Get up there and hit the ball.
20 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-0 Old Lyme.
But don't sleep on the Vikings.
Up ahead. Oh, nice touch pass. Manthous along with Siefkin.
Because she demands the ball.
Now Johnson. And a nice strip out of there by Catanzaro. Catanzaro across the midfield.
Great little player, Catanzaro. Good energy. Buzzes her feet around. Quick feet. Dribble penetrates. Just a good finisher. Love watching that kid play. It looks like they pulled her back into center mid now.
Going to get a throw on the far sideline from East Lyme. Under 20 minutes now remaining in the half.
Okay, so you've been doing this now a while. How much has the girls' game changed since you've been watching this?
Well, I had this conversation because my niece, Alexis DeLucia, is an all-conference player at Montville High School. She's a junior this year.
Yeah.
She's been a 3-year starter.
Yep.
And she's now, the things she can do with a soccer ball blow my mind. And she's not the best player on her team. I mean, there are, her skill set is unlike I have ever seen. I mean, she's the athletic ability coupled with the skill set, and she plays soccer and lacrosse year round. So she increases the skills. And I talked to her about it, and I said, what do you see? What do you see as what's the hardest part about soccer for you right now? And her thing is that when they play elite, she's like, everyone is just bigger and everyone's stronger and everyone's faster. She's like, you go on a field and there used to be, she said even a few years ago, she's like, it used to be that there's a couple kids that weren't that good.
Yeah.
Everybody can play.
Yeah.
There's no weak kid. It's not like, go attack that left mid or go attack that left back.
Yep.
She's like, everybody can play.
I saw that too. Coaching at Waterford for as long as I did, every year, just these kids just got better and better and better. And you're like, how did it happen? Well, it happened because the girls take it serious and they got support from their towns. And Old Lyme and East Lyme are two of the towns.
And I know
Waterford.
That's right. And I know this is not unique to my niece, but to give you an example, it's July 5th. It's 100 degrees out, and she's up at 6 o'clock in the morning in her backyard.
Playing.
Practicing touch drills, shooting on a net, roping her younger brother Gavin into playing goal, and then running so that she can get ready for her mile.
Yep.
And you know what? She's not alone. There's hundreds of girls doing exactly that.
Yep, exactly.
Finaro very calmly stops the East Lyme run. Again, Healy is very, very active back there for a freshman for East Lyme.
Yep.
But Finaro ran stride for stride with her. It'll be East Lyme throw. Venditti will throw the ball in for East Lyme.
So the next goal is big. East Lyme gets it, we got a game.
That's right.
Old Lyme gets it.
And you got to know your game's over.
Yeah, game's over.
It's like, it's that swing is huge. And it's exactly that. You get a football game with two scores, 14-0, 14-7 is not so bad, 21-0 game over.
Exactly. Yeah, the worst score in soccer is 2-0.
It is. And right now, because you want to be patient if you're East Lyme, right? You don't want to overplay and give up a goal. East Lyme, there's an opportunity. Oh, missed opportunity that time. Catanzaro had a chance with the left foot, but couldn't get the volley to go clean.
Look at her, Mania. Look at her just dance. She just dances on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Oh, she wanted to get through that time. Just couldn't do it. In front, opportunity, East Lyme, but, Finaro is rock solid back there. Also in on that one. Number 10
Yeah,
for
Brittany. Yeah, Daron. She's captain, leader.
Very calm. Throw in coming in again from Venditti. Up ahead. Head ball. Battled. Out of the pack, Old Lyme. Finaro puts it up ahead to Johnson right at midfield. But controls it like a string on her foot. Johnson now turns on some speed. Puts it down the side to Klemenczewski. Klemenczewski, little centering pass and no one there on a run.
No, teammates were looking for her to cut it back to the 18. Just weren't on the same page.
Another thing I'll give to credit in terms of the skill sets is the technology in terms of the practice equipment. Because if you go to, when I go to a youth soccer game in any town, there's a nice ball that time. When I go to a soccer game in any town, there are 40 kids with the soccer ball on the rubber band and just playing with, so they can practice the keeping.
Juggling.
And that's what it looked like right there. Here's an opportunity, 2-on-1. Vikings, shot, and a goal!
That's Healy.
East Lyme responds with 15-20 in the first half. You said they needed to make it 2-1. We've got ourselves a game.
We do. They are a handful. Catanzaro and Healy up front. They are a handful. They're getting it done. timing their runs well, and that was a class finish.
Meredith Healy as a freshman, just with a bullet. No chance for Samantha Gray, and we've got ourselves a ball game. And you weren't kidding when you said that was a class finish. I mean, that was a no-doubter right there.
Yeah, that was. I'm going to get another one. You know, that's just not. I'm going to score one. I'm going to get another one. And that's the legs of a freshman, not a senior. You know, she played last night all game. She's ready now.
East Lyme with a little more pep in their step. Old Lyme wants the ball back, and they've got it back. And here's the ball. Up it goes. Oh, a missed opportunity over Klimaszewski's foot. And Kelly.
Boy, I like how hard she works, though, huh?
Kelly turns and tries to clear, but Finaro steps to it, settles. Finaro, big body, battles.
Yep.
She'll lose it out of control. Really nice battle that time between Finaro and Wargo.
Yeah.
Throw in from Venditti. 2-1, Old Lyme, 14 and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. Preventure that time, puts it in front, was looking for Healy. Instead, Old Lyme intercepts. Now East Lyme in the midfield. Wargo makes a run. Oh, nice job, Finaro, by the tippy toe. Oh, look at the move by Armenia.
Love this kid.
So talented. She wants to step on a dime. She does. Puts it out. It goes. Siefkin, right end, center, puts it in the middle, and a save, ball loose. Oh, nice job by Owen.
Wait, there it is.
Owen saved it, dropped it, and saved it again.
Yep. I always say, you don't have to be good. You can be lucky.
East Lyme quickly. Now Preventure. And Old Lyme will play it through the backs, but a turnover. Preventure. And we're going to get an offsides.
Not by much, though. She's timing her runs well. She's forcing the Old Line back forward, and be aware of her.
Yeah, Healy was a step away from tying this game up. That was a nice ball by Preventure, just out of her reach. And that Wargo and Preventure and Healy are doing a lot of really good work for East Lyme.
They really are. And I tell you what, Canzaro is going to be in the mix before the end of the night. She will be. There's something about the kid. She's a big-time player.
Healy put it down on the far sideline. Old Lyme looking to intercept, and that ball will go out of bounds, and we're going to get a goal kick. Back to the point I was making before about the technology. You know, you just see these kids, these girls right here, everything stops on their foot. Air ball hits their foot, and it stops on a dime. There's no turnovers. They control everything. Yeah. And I think that's a lot to be said about some of the technology that they have in terms of practicing equipment. The things as simple as the ball and the rubber band, which again didn't exist, and I imagine it's become one of the most popular tools I've seen.
Yeah, and I think just juggling. I mean, these kids are athletes now. I mean, like we would have one or two back in the day. Now you got like 15, 20 athletes, and they're probably just as good in lacrosse as they are in soccer.
And the shape they're in. I mean, you don't see anybody again. Once in a while you might see an out-of-shape player. You don't see an out-of-shape player anymore. I mean, there's nobody who's not running, who's not able to bang out a 8-minute mile anytime they need to, a 7-minute. They can all run all day long.
Yeah, they can. It's credit to them.
Oh, banging down there, Preventure, and she drew the whistle in the other direction. It's going to be Old Lyme.
Yeah,
those two were banging down there, and she drew the whistle.
Coach Redding loves Preventure. I think she's a great leader, great kid, great energy, and it's probably the calm in the storm. She's a leader of this team. Coach Redding counts on her, and sure enough, 2-1. She made an adjustment, moved her up front, and now all of a sudden it's a 2-1 game.
Unforced error that time off of Darone's foot, uncharacteristic. Yeah. She shanked it, for lack of a better term, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in East Lyme right at midfield.
Yep.
There's Venditti.
Call those a shankoponymous.
I'm familiar with that particular dinosaur. Shankopotamus Rex. I was known to be able to do that on occasion.
So right now you see Old Lyme starting to press a little higher, get a player up, stretch the field a little bit. That's where, and then they'll be able to dribble penetrate with Armenia in the middle. So it seems like they're kind of inflicting their will on the game right now. Now you see East Lyme dropping even further back. So game's getting a little bit stretched.
Under 11 minutes now, 2-1. Old Lyme on top over East Lyme. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. There's a beautiful pass, Siefkin, and a nice job by Venditti.
Another corner.
But it'll be a corner for Old Lyme. Casey O'Neill, along with the coach Rob Brule, sports doctor down on the sidelines, and we've got ourselves a barn burner here in Game 2, already the score of Game 1.
Exactly, and I don't think we're done. I think we're halfway there. I think this is going to be I think there's going to be a lot more goals scored, and I think there could be a header right here.
They bring McCarthy all the way over to take this corner, and you know Johnson is going to be looking for the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that's one of Johnson's strengths. I mean, she's great in the air. Not only is she good with the ball at her feet, but she's great in the air. She's fearless. She gets after it. She scored the game winner in the state championship game.
McCarthy, low liner. Oh, banged in front. Ball's loose. McCarthy's going to get another crack. She puts it in off the side of the net. But a hard contact. Cece Klimaszewski was making the run in and just got hammered. But it was a good play as both girls were going for the ball. That was hard contact in front. You see her holding her side is Klimaszewski.
Good to see her get up, you know. But that's back to your whole comment about fitness and conditioning. You know, these athletes are just so much more athletic.
A nice job, Venditti. But right on the other side, Finaro controls, plays it back to McCarthy. McCarthy, nice through ball. It goes Klimaszewski down into the corner. Can she get a foot on it? No, she can't get there in time. Missed opportunity. They've moved McCarthy now onto the near side, so she's going to be running over here where we saw a lot of it. Old Lyme really seems to like to run things from the Finaro side of things on defense.
Yeah, agreed. I think this is a strong side. It looks like they're looking at matchups, but I'd be staying away if I was, if I had my choice. I wouldn't be going near Vendetto. I mean, she's a solid defender, reads the game well.
The strong leg of Kelly, beautiful ball, 40 yards in the air, no problem, and it's off of a hand, so it'll stay.
Boy,
East Lyme ball.
That's the foul and the head ball.
That's a tough one right there.
That's a double whammy.
So East Lyme from their own 40 will have an opportunity to change possession here.
Let's see if Old Lyme drops on the kick. We'll get a sense of what they're doing.
Low liner, controlled, but put back into the middle, bouncing around, and out of the pack comes Old Lyme. Stepped up in front nicely by Venditti, and out comes the Old Lyme keeper, Gray. She'll clean it up.
It's well done by Gray, young keeper, thrown in with the Wolves.
Good size, only a sophomore, but good size for a keeper.
Yep, good hands.
Yep, nice leg there. She gets power on the kick, and that's going to create a little transition for Old Lyme. On that play, Klimaszewski couldn't quite connect with Johnson. East Lyme comes out of it with Wargo. Wargo turns over with Finaro. Beautiful move by Armenia. Old Lyme's got some room. There's Armenia. She wants to put it through. Armenia steps, right foot, shot, and a save. Beautifully done by Avery Owen. Armenia's skilled, though. Her and Johnson are a nightmare up front.
Look at them. And Johnson's run just didn't seem like much, but just drifted out of the way. Took two defenders with her, And Armenian recognized it, took the space.
East Lyme trying to transition. Wargo on the near side. She's not going to be able to get there in time, and it'll be an Old Lyme throw. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-1. Old Lyme on top. Finaro with the throw-in. They'll see the wet ball we held in the first game. She gets it back, tries to switch fields, but nice job in the middle of the field by Catanzaro. Through ball up ahead, and Gray will come out and get there first as they tried to find Healy on the run, but there was a nice job by Gray.
How good is Healy going to be?
Oh, man.
That's a freshman?
Armenia's a sophomore and Healy's a freshman, and they're both fantastic.
They're two of the best players on the field.
I mean, that's just outstanding.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice move by Johnson, but stepped up is East Lyme to intercept, but there on the sideline, Old Lyme regains, and right now the two teams seem to kind of be going back and forth. The game's kind of settled down after that East Lyme goal.
Yeah, it has, and you knew it would. I mean, we have a game now. East Lyme is, confident that they can put the ball in the back of the net, and Old Lyme right now is saying, hey, we're not invincible. We got to be aware of this. So
that's right.
They're not as deep, and they're not as deep on the bench. So this could be, attrition.
They rest on their heels for a second, and East Lyme made them pay. Here's now McCarthy. She was a step away, but Venditti got the foot on the ball, and now Wargo plays it back to Venditti. Venditti back to Wargo, but out of bounds. An opportunity here for Old Lyme. Should have been a quick throw.
Yeah, she throws it in quick. It's,
Finaro plays it to Armenia. Armenia back to McCarthy. McCarthy wants to dance. She does. Left foot, bullet in front, ball bounces. Johnson's got a chance. Can Johnson get a shot off? Right foot, shot, deflected, and in front, and cleared by Kelly.
These are the little things that keeps these Lyme in the game. Those little moments right there.
That ball Johnson had all chance on it. They got a deflection, just enough for Owen to get a piece of it, and then from there, Kelly cleared it out. But Old Lyme, with 5 minutes remaining here in the half, they want to try to get that goal back.
They do.
And going in the half again, 3-1 would make an enormous difference.
Yeah, I think it would be more fitting, but at the same time, 2-1. Hey, the way East Lyme has battled back. Yeah.
Sophie
That's
Taylor.
not surprising.
No, not at all. Sophie Taylor on the far side made a nice play that time, but lost it out of bounds. So we're going to get an Old Lyme throw, and we're going to see Armenia. She's done everything else. Let's see her throw it now.
Yeah, maybe it's a flip throw because it looks long. Oh, it's a kick.
Oh, it's a kick. That's
maybe
why.
That's what it was.
Far side, Armenia with a kick. Here's a dangerous spot for East Lyme. Armenia approaches, right foot, low liner, and that was just completely mishit.
Yeah, she's not happy with that.
First mistake she's made all night.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, that's,
Yeah.
just mishit it, and you're so used to seeing her do everything with such skill. I mean, I'm sure she was shocked.
Yeah.
It's like, me with a wedge in my hand from 95 yards.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just miss it.
Yeah. See my putting.
Oh, contact in the middle, no call. Play on, steal by Old Lyme, and East Lyme battling in the midfield. Here's a little ball out ahead. Healy with a run on it, and a nice job by Daron to clear, and it'll be a throw on the far side. The sports doctor just said, yes, it was a shank. Yes, it was. She shanked it. We all know it.
Shankoponymous, Doc.
Out of bounds, it will be a Old Lyme goal kick.
So how much respect is East Lyme giving Maya Johnson right now?
They've got Janae Kelly all the way back on the 30-yard line. The sports doctor reminds me that the shank was not in reference to Armenia, but in reference to my wedge,
Yeah.
which he says is the shanking of the shankiest of the shanks.
I love it. The sports doctor walking around with his Pebble Beach golf pens, stationery.
Johnson now.
Look at
Johnson
this.
with some room.
Look at this.
Johnson sees a teammate. Johnson stops on a dime. Left foot shot deflected, and Kelly clears for East Lyme. East Lyme with
Good
a nice
defending.
transition right there.
Good defending.
That was a missed opportunity. Catanzaro put it out to one of her teammates on the wing, and they just miscommunicated, and it went out of bounds. 2.5 minutes remaining. Johnson on the flick for Old Lyme, and East Lyme will have the throw.
Hey, East Lyme's done pretty well here, organizing themselves.
Ball in the middle now. Old Lyme looking to clear. Clock ticking down under.
They're putting pressure on Old Lyme's back four, Old Lyme is facing their goal a lot. They're facing their corners a lot on through balls. Coach Redding's onto something.
Sports doctor, what do you got?
Yeah, Casey, I'm not going to mention your pitching wedge or your 9-iron, but you get the sense down here in the field right now that, East Lyme wants to get this game to halftime. No worse down 2-1. They're a little tired right now. They played last night, so get this thing in on 2-1.
Oh, we thought for a second it might be 2-2, but offsides that time. Old Lyme catches a break. Yeah, sports doctor, absolutely. The difference between 2-1 and 3-1 is way more than one goal. It might only be one goal in the scoreboard, but emotionally, it's a completely different thing. East Lyme down 2-0 and in danger of being blown out here. Suddenly goes into halftime 2-1, and yes, it's a brand new ball game. But there's the very dangerous Maya Johnson at all times, but she's marked really well by Taylor that time. Sophie Taylor working on the far sideline. Taylor loses it. Moving with the ball now is Walsh. Walsh in it goes to Johnson. And Klimaszewski can't hold it. Goes out of bounds. East Lyme throw as we now down under a minute to go. Of course, the sports doctor will be here at halftime to talk sports with the coach, Rob Brule. We're less than a minute away from halftime. 2-1 Old Lyme over East Lyme here in Game 2 of our boys-girls doubleheader. East Lyme won an exciting Game 1, 2-1, behind the feet of Alex Kaczynski. Now here's a through ball. Finaro tries to clear. Nicely done by Finaro. Touches it outside
That was
to
nice.
Daron. And now on the far sideline,
That's
Old
nicely
Lyme. Here's a
done.
transition. Old Lyme with space. Down the side goes Klimaszewski. Klimaszewski has Johnson. 15 seconds. Touches it. Johnson's going to try to get a shot off. Instead, turns and nicely done. East Lyme.
9, 8,
Under 8 seconds remaining. East Lyme content to just clear it out towards midfield.
3, 2,
And we are at halftime. An exciting first half, and after a lot of early action, the game settled in. Old Lyme 2, East Lyme 1 in what has been a very, very exciting girls soccer game here. After the initial flurry of activity, game kind of settled in there. I think East Lyme has found its defensive footing. And I think Old Lyme, part of what has helped, I think, East Lyme's defense is that Old Lyme is very wary of their quick offense.
Yeah, they are. I think both teams settled down, as you said. I mean, you have East Lyme, who's had a game under their belt. You know, they know what to expect. They didn't quit last night against Waterford. They're not going to quit against Old Lyme in the derby. You know, but you saw Maya Johnson, heard just how dangerous she is. Armenia, how dangerous she is in the center mid. But East Lyme, Healy, Canzaro, 2 kids who are getting after, making stuff happen. Young players. They don't know any different. You know, so it's really been great to watch.
You know, and we talked a lot about the athleticism of both the boys and the girls games and how much it's increased.
Yeah.
What's very interesting is that stylistically, these teams, their programs play similarly. So you know, you could see that there's a style of coaching that kind of transcends the school. Coach Christensen, Coach Redding clearly have a philosophy that they share. Very, very skilled in the midfield. They like to make strong. They make strong runs. With their forwards, and very, very calm on the back end.
Yeah. Composed.
Yeah.
Well, no, it starts with these guys. We're talking about youth night. Look at these kids. There's about 1,000 kids here. Like, it's youth night, and the East Lyme Youth Soccer Association has done a nice job, creating a culture of developing players. And a lot of these towns, Old Lyme has done the same. Waterford has done the same. And you see these programs year in and year out. College kids come out of those programs because they're taught at an early age to do the right thing and how to play the right way. And you guys did a nice feature, Case. You and the sports doctor did a nice feature on Coach C and Coach Redding, you know, and how similar they are and how good of friends they are and how much respect they have for each other. And in East Lyme, you're right. It's not a coincidence that both programs play similarly, you know.
Well, that's the great thing is, Peter Wappy, the producer of all of those features, said, it's a very rare and unique situation. They all coached each other's kids,
Right.
So they're family, and that makes this game such a special game for both of them. And we're going to bring the sports doctor in now. Going to allow him to, we're going to say 5 good minutes with the sports doctor. Let's call it 8 good minutes. Here you go.
8 good minutes. It's bonus coverage right there, isn't it?
Man, the sports doctor.
Listen.
Is it cold out there?
No. Oh, no.
You football guys don't get cold.
No, I'm always hot. I'll tell you, you hit the nail on the head because Paul Christensen and I talked after the game. And
Tonight's early.
Yes,
Yeah.
He mentioned the fact that, one of the reasons why we're so good year in and year out is because of the feeder programs.
Totally. That's what I did at Waterford High School. When I was there, I had the best relationships I ever had with the Waterford Soccer Club. Greg Swanson, the president.
Greg's the best.
He's Swanee. He's probably on mile 120 right now.
He's riding a bike right now. Greg Swanson is riding a bike from
New York
West
to
Point
Annapolis.
To Annapolis.
Yeah.
And I saw Greg the other day at Planet Fitness, and he came up to me and said the first day was 4,500 feet of climbing. And, Coach, I swear to you, my only response was, better you than me.
Totally. Best of the best. But he was there in the soccer club when I was at the high school, okay?
Yeah.
And that helped me build a program in Waterford. And sure enough, it's carried on today.
Right.
And now the same thing with these guys. They know how to work with the youth programs in East Lyme. Old Lyme. So
that's where it all starts.
Not a coincidence.
No, not at all. And I was down on the sidelines in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and the point I was trying to get across was I think East Lyme needed a blow. I think they're a little tired.
Yeah.
Until the coach was concerned about just let me get to halftime. No worse down 2-1.
Yeah.
We can make the adjustments and go from there. So I thought the kids were a little winded because they played last night. So that was the point.
I was going to
trying
ask
make.
you.
And the fact that if you ever played golf with Casey, on more than 1 or 2 occasions, he'll shake a 9, he'll shake an 8, and he'll push a driver left or right.
Yeah, he always has 2 balls in his pocket, too. And it's like, next thing you know, it's like he's dropping stuff, he's kicking stuff.
He's up his sleeve.
know.
We had a chance to play last week at Stonington Country Club. You ever play there?
No.
What a great track.
Was it?
Oh, a great track. Yeah, good. The sports doctor was medalist that day.
Nice.
Yeah, played pretty well. Pretty well.
Tell you what, we're proud of you. I keep watching you pull out that Pebble Beach pen. It's just going to be your thing now.
I'm going to click it into an early grave, that's for sure. It is the halftime house call with the sports doctor. There's a lot going on this weekend. I'm going to get into a little bit of professional
Football,
sports,
yeah.
too. I'll get Casey to jump in at the end. But NFL starts tomorrow. Actually, NFL started on Thursday night with that absolutely awful football game between the Falcons and the Eagles. And I can't see either one of those teams representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Sure, maybe Philadelphia when the quarterback comes back. But what are you doing? You're going to disagree with me.
He says once we go from football to football, he's passing it off.
Did you watch that game the other night?
Yes, had to. As a professional, I had to, sadly. I watched it for no reason other than I know that, we got to talk about stuff like that.
Have you taken a look at the NFL? You've
Yes.
got no time for it. You have?
Yes.
You've gotten into it.
Yes.
Do you have a surprise team for me?
A surprise team?
For one on each side. One in the NFC, one in the AFC.
Problem is I don't think there's any surprises anymore. People talk about it. There's 600 people talking about it all the time.
Right.
I think the NFC is so wide open. I know people are, very high on. People are high on New Orleans, and people are.
I like the Saints.
I see. There you go. I can pick right away the team that you're high. I think there's, probably 6 teams. I think the Rams. The Rams might become a victim of a little bit of overhype. They might be one more year away, but man, are they loaded? I mean,
they are.
Offense and defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they just signed.
Brandon Cooks is in there this year.
Goff's a great young quarterback. They got Cooks and Woods. Gurley's the best running back, that no one talks about, and he's a star.
Yeah.
And then they go and they bring in the defense. They re-sign
Arnold there.
But then they go and they sign to Ndamukong Suh and Akeem Talib.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan.
You bring in veterans like that.
And he's not a head case. He's a head case.
No, he's not.
Ndamukong Suh's a head case, too.
Ndamukong Suh's a head case, but
you don't think Talib's a head case?
He's been in 4 Super Bowls, so I guess the teams don't suffer too much when he's on them. So.
How about the AFC?
The road still goes through the Patriots. I think it's really hard to make 3 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, it's a really hard thing to do. So everyone's trying to figure out who the team to knock them off is, and then everyone comes back to the same 2 teams.
Oh, I don't want to hear about the Steelers. I don't want to hear nothing.
The Steelers aren't one of them. It's the team.
Jacksonville?
The team they're opening with this week, Houston.
Who I love.
Houston because they got the quarterback that. But here's the problem: the 4 best players on that team haven't played a whole season in 3 years.
Hopkins.
Clowney gets hurt every year. J.J. Watt is the greatest guy in the world, but can't stay on the field. Watson didn't put in a full season at quarterback.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
Fuller.
Merciless got hurt.
Yeah.
So that team right now, I mean, they might beat the Patriots tomorrow, but that team is not. If that team's not healthy heading in,
no, they're so good.
Dangerous. Yeah, they're definitely very good. The team that I'm interested in, I think they're not there yet. But the team that I'm interested, I am interested a little bit in
Chargers.
I do like the Chargers, but I think that's a team perennially 10-6 though. I think something will happen that they'll be 10-6.
Yeah.
But that division is very, very interesting. And what Gruden's going to do back with the Raiders is I mean he comes in, he trades Khalil Mack. So what a surprise! The offensive guy.
How about Kansas City with the new quarterback?
Well, he can throw it 100 miles. I don't know. Sammy Watkins is lost. They haven't found a way to incorporate him in the offense yet. Tyreek Hill is still their go-to guy. I don't think you can win.
Hunt?
I don't think you can win. He's a great back, but I don't think you can win with a rookie quarterback.
Or the coach.
I'm higher on the coach than you are.
Nah, I can't stand it. The coach has done it.
But I don't think you can win with that quarterback.
He's been to 1 Super Bowl.
That's still dead in the Super Bowl. And how many guys could say? How many guys could say
how
that?
How many NFC Championship games did he lose in his backyard before he finally got there too? I'm not an Andy Reid guy.
You'd prefer he loses earlier than that?
You sit there every year and you say, "Geez, this is the year Andy Reid is going to take it."
You'd prefer what? He doesn't win. You'd prefer he loses in the first round rather than.
Do you have a Super Bowl prediction?
What's that?
Super Bowl prediction.
Sure. I'm gonna go. We'll go Rams over Texans. Rams over Texans in the Super Bowl. How's that?
Okay, that's fine. It's great. I'll go with the Saints
Uh-huh.
and the Patriots.
Okay. Can I just tell you that how ridiculous I think it is that 18 weeks in a sport that's based entirely on people staying on the field through attrition, we're going to make a Super Bowl pick?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else is going to happen. On that day,
Yeah.
a man named John Smith is going to break the 2-minute mile. I mean, how do we predict something 18 weeks away in football?
We're just talking. We're having a conversation. We're looking ahead.
Okay, you know what? Tell me who's going to be in the Stanley Cup final?
Yeah, he's just not going to talk hockey. Not the Vegas.
Well, why not?
Not the Vegas.
We're just talking.
Talking the Minnesota North Stars. Oh, they're not even a team anymore, are they?
It's Dallas, the Dallas Stars. But that's okay.
Stars, yeah.
Here's what I'm going to ask you. Right? Okay, you have 4 Boston-based teams.
Yeah.
Who is going to go the farthest of those 4 teams?
Question. That's
right. Well, I'm asking the sports doctor. You've got a degree in sportsology. It says it right there. Sports doctor.
Bruins, the Patriots, or the Celtics?
Yes. Can we stop for a second? Can we agree that right now that the Red Sox are one of the 3 favorites to win the World Series?
Yes.
Okay. Can we say that the Celtics are one of the 2 favorites to come out and play in the championship game? Yes.
One of the 2 favorites.
To get to the championship game.
One of the 2 favorites.
Okay. And you've got the Patriots, who are the favorite in the AFC to make the Super Bowl.
I would agree with that.
And then you've got the Bruins, who were a very good playoff team last year. So, who's number 1?
Boy, I wanted to say the Red Sox, but until they started facing Houston,
they lost again today.
They lost again today. Yeah, they got some question marks. I'll say the. I'll say the Celtics.
All right. So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Will one of those 4 teams win a championship?
Yes.
In this season.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Right.
I'll say the Patriots. I just said the Celtics are gonna go the farthest.
How about this? How about this?
Is that a fence rider? Look at Peter Hoppy's next to me. He can't.
How about this one?
I'm a fence rider. Yeah.
Only one of them will even play for a championship.
Yeah.
And that's the Boston Celtics. The Patriots will not be in the Super Bowl. The Red Sox will not be in the World Series.
Yeah.
The Bruins will not be in the Stanley Cup.
You're a Red
final.
Sox fan.
Huge Red Sox fan.
They have flaws.
I think the American League, and I've said this for a while, the American League's very good.
Yeah.
Houston,
Cleveland's a good team too.
Houston and Cleveland.
Cleveland's sneaky good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good team in the playoffs. Good manager.
And New York's if Judge is healthy, New York's going to be really difficult in the playoffs as well.
I think New York is in trouble.
But
I think New York's got problems.
But I think both Cleveland and Houston are outstanding.
I think New York has got problems, and your 9-iron and wedge have problems too. I'll see you after the game.
I've played 12 rounds of golf with the sports doctor. He's beaten me once, and now I'm hearing about my wedge. We are ready to start the second half here at East Lyme High School.
What the heck were you guys just talking about?
The double O football as opposed to the football with a U.
I gotcha. It was fun to listen to.
Well, here's the thing, the sports doctor only thinks there's one football.
Yeah.
And as you and I both know, that this is the
real
original football.
Yes.
So,
I give Sports Doctor a lot of credit, though. I saw him with his Rules of Soccer book tonight, and I give him a lot of credit. A lot of people wouldn't be carrying that thing around.
No, and I give him even more credit for the fact that he's down there on the sideline right now, and he's listening to these conversations, and he doesn't need Google Translate to understand what the coaches are saying down there. He said, overlapping run? Was that with a fullback?
Is that a 1-2?
Is that with a fullback and the running back? I'm like, no, sports doctor. That's with the fullback and the midfielder.
It's not a punch. It's a 1-2. Nah, I get. You and him. I'll tell you what. The soccer's on the map now because of this. We're on the map because of you guys and game day. And I think with Peter and you guys, the team that you guys have, you've done wonders for the games. For the high school sports in the area, and that's why you're award winning. I mean, give you guys a lot of credit, man. I wish you guys were there when I was there because what you've done is really special.
Appreciate that, but we're the first to tell you that we talked about how the kids have raised their game. That's why we've been able to do what we've been able to do because these kids are spectacular. We like you said, the amount of people that are here tonight for this doubleheader. When you walk into the Waterford High School gym and it's packed with Lancer Nation, you go to these events and that's why we're able to do what we do is because these kids are just phenomenal. And the student sections and that support them now are also phenomenal.
Yeah.
Here's Johnson. Out wide it goes. Down the sideline to her teammate Siefkin, but out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for East Lyme.
Tough first touch there. But I like, you know what? I like how Johnson gets her teammates involved. You know, I like how she just, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. Wait, I'm gonna make the right play. I'm gonna put the ball where it needs to go.
Kelly with the goal kick for East Lyme, and a flick in the midfield settled by Old Lyme, and out of the pack, East Lyme with a steal, looking for a little action. Through ball on the run, and can't get there in time was Catanzaro. On the other side, Finaro trying to hold for Old Lyme, and she instead lets it go to Zrenda, and Zrenda plays it up, and East Lyme wants to try to put it right back in, out of bounds. It'll be a Viking throw.
Yeah, and it looks like Zrenda was told, you know, pretty much don't play back to the keeper and the keeper's feet, you know, like we talked about the first half, you know. Live to play another day, kick it out, you know, get organized.
Nice throw, head ball on the far side. Anybody's ball, knocked it around. 4 head balls in a row. Daron battling in the far corner. She's battling with Preventure, and it will be an Old Lyme goal kick. 2-1. Wildcats on top here, just underway in the second half. It'll be a goal kick for Old Lyme in the white, going right to left. East Lyme in the home maroon, going left to right.
I like this with East Lyme. I like this little line, like this line of confrontation, a little higher up. Let them kick it right to you. You know, take advantage of it. You know, have Catanzaro and Healy up front.
Ball loose now, midfield. Old Lyme with the steal, but we got a player down on the field. East Lyme with the ball. Nice job that time by Zrenda.
It's the referee's
still battling though, still battling in Old Lyme.
The referee's discretion. If it's not a head injury.
And now we get the whistle.
Yep.
Now we get the whistle.
Boy, it's a big loss for Old Lyme if this is Armenia. You know, it's a big loss.
They're checking on her right now, sitting up. Looks like she just got banged, but you just don't know, you know, when players on the ground what it is. But the good news is that she's sitting up and now getting to her feet.
That's good news.
She's limping, which is also good news because the two things that you don't want is being carried. Exactly.
Yeah.
Two things you don't want is the head and being carried off the field. So walking off under her own power as quickly as she did indicates they didn't have to go through the concussion protocol on the field.
Yep.
So she's going to walk off under her own power. That's good news as Kaylee Armenia, one of the most skilled players out there for Old Lyme. They'll substitute in, and it will be East Lyme ball, and they're going to control. And the sub that comes in will be Melissa Morrow.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, Old Lyme, these guys are so sophisticated now. They'll just play it back to East Lyme and let them play it.
So Old Lyme will have an opportunity to kind of set their defense.
Might be a drop ball now.
And they're going to go drop ball.
Yep, and go live. So
all right, so
no one had possession.
Catanzaro will take the drop ball for East Lyme, and she wins the drop ball. And East Lyme will have an opportunity in the midfield, and nicely job by Old Lyme. Quickly out with it, spinning to the ground, no whistle, is Siefkin. She gives it up to Johnson, and now East Lyme steps in front. Johnson in the midfield for Old Lyme. Oh, look at the fancy footwork. She goes out wide to Siefkin, but Siefkin can't get there. I don't think she was expecting that ball. Johnson with some tap dancing at midfield.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Gleason is pushing Maya back into the midfield a little bit. Let 2 other guys run up front, see if they can get something going up there. Save her legs a little bit.
Far sideline, Siefkin for Old Lyme, puts it in the middle. Ball loose, East Lyme trying to clear, turn. Up through the midfield it goes. Johnson keeps it back in for Old Lyme. Johnson wants a run from a teammate. Perfect little lob right onto the foot of Siefkin, but out of bounds it goes. Talented young lady.
Yeah, sure is. She's got all the passes.
That ball goes out of bounds, and it will be looks like it'll be a corner kick for Old Lyme. So that means they're going to send McCarthy, Dani McCarthy on the far side. Will send the corner kick in.
She's automatic with these. Wouldn't doubt it. One of these goes in.
Here she goes, gets her teammates running. There it is. Spinning on the 18. No one can get ahead on the ball. McCarthy comes back in, puts it back in, and it sails high, far post, and out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Vikings.
So kind of similar start to the first half, you know, filling each other out a little bit, you know. But this worries me. If I'm an Old Lyme Wildcat, I'm I'm worried about Healy up front.
Yep.
Times her runs well, and she just showed that she can finish.
East Lyme tries to control. Nice job by Old Lyme.
Yes.
Stepping in. Morrow. And, nice step up on the other side by Venditti. Finaro puts it right back to Siefkin. Siefkin going down the sideline, tries to cut it inside, loses it. And it's stolen back. Old Lyme with the ball. Far side it goes. McCarthy. McCarthy cuts to the middle. McCarthy puts it into space, and East Lyme tries to clear. Can't. Johnson puts a head on it. Johnson with a one-timer. Low to the ground. Couldn't get enough on it that time. But dangerous as the foot came up and Johnson's head went down. That could have been contact, but Johnson was not able to get a real maximum amount of power on that ball. Look at the nice punt off of the foot. Now East Lyme, here's a run, far side. Healy looking for the middle. She's running the middles. Healy looking for a pass, can't get it. And out of bounds it goes. Nicely done that time.
A 17 or is that Healy? Might have been 17.
Yep.
God, they look,
Caitlin
like
White.
sisters.
Caitlin White. Hard to tell numbers on the East Limes when they're not fully back to you. They got the dark maroon.
Great work by White, though.
We really need to send a chart out. Here's a low ball, and out, loose in front, and a goal! Score! That looks like Preventure.
Yeah.
Preventure on the loose ball. Gray couldn't control it. It went through her hands, and Preventure finishes, and we're tied at 2.
There's no quit in the Vikings. I tell you, they've won, 8 championships, 8 league championships, went to the state semifinals last year. This is a traditionally tough, seasoned team and program. They're not going to go away. Now all of a sudden we do have a game.
So good news, bad news. If you're Old Lyme, the good news is that Armenia is back into the ball game.
Yes.
The bad news is we are all tied up at 2 on a game that looked immediately. Now here's where Johnson wants to
get right after
assert some of her influence. But that was just a bad goal let up by Old Lyme. I mean, Gray has that ball in her hands. It's wet ball, on a night like tonight, slips through her hands, and it just happens to go right onto the chest of Preventure, who the smartest thing she did was she didn't try to take it to the ground.
No,
she just ran to the goal with the ball on her chest and let it go into the goal. I mean, that was really well done.
Yep, that's what seniors do.
Catanzaro puts it up ahead, but Finaro is going to shield off Wargo and allow Gray to come and take it out. So Gray will punt. 33 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. 2-2. East Lyme and Old Lyme all tied up as the Vikings have scored 2 unanswered goals to tie it up. Nice job. Nice flick by McCarthy. Now in the middle of the field comes Derone. Derone plays it back to Armenia. Armenia, right sideline to McCarthy, and a good step in by Venditti. And down the sideline with a run are the Vikings. But very calmly clearing it out of there is Derone. Finaro, far sideline, battling with Wargo.
She's a tough little player over there, Finaro.
East Lyme, cross in the middle. Handball avoided, and Lathrop clears it out for Old Lyme. Stay East Lyme throw. Momentum shifting. East Lyme starting to put the gas up here a little bit.
Yep.
So East Lyme will have a throw. 2-2. 33 minutes remaining here in the ballgame.
Looks like Coach Redding's sending players now, sending more players forward.
Old Lyme trying to clear. Nice job stepping McCarthy. Clears it out, but Venditti puts it right back in. Agbayani. Also, now East Lyme plays it back to Agbayani. Agbayani tries to get a through ball, but nice job stepping up is Old Lyme. We're going to get a whistle that time. Yep, we're going to get a whistle on Healy.
I like that kid. I'm telling you, she's a real deal.
Healy was
that's battling a senior right there from Old Lyme.
Was jostling with Derone and got the whistle. So here comes Derone. That's Brittany Derone. She's going to take the free kick here for Old Lyme. Low liner onto the head of Lazuski. Battle banged in front. We're going to get a whistle. That was CC Klimaszewski for Old Lyme, and she ran hard into Sophie Taylor for East Lyme, and we're going to get a whistle as she gets up. That was a hard collision there.
Yeah. Make sure she knows where she's at right now. Good job by the official, giving her a chance.
Agbayani that time was the East Lyme defender, and that's a full-blown collision right there.
That was a short straw right there.
Kelly will take the kick for East Lyme. Step in,
well
head ball,
won.
nicely done by Lathrop. Lathrop onto the foot of Armenia. Armenia through the middle with Johnson. Johnson goes wide to Siefkin. Stolen by East Lyme up the sideline. Vikings. Through ball, nice job, but stepped in front again is Lathrop. Lathrop through the midfield to Derone.
Lathrop's played a very nice game.
Johnson was with the ball in Armenia, but stepped in front is Agbayani. Now Healy wants to get through. There's the ball. But no, stepped out. Zrenda that time for Old Lyme. East Lyme is really putting the pressure on. Lathrop clears. And Seifert comes out. Siefkin comes out for Old Lyme, out of bounds, and we're going to get some subs into the game. A lot of action that time. East Lyme has really turned up the pressure here.
Yeah, they are. They've been the fresher of the teams. And they played 24 hours ago.
That's hard to believe, the fresh legs, yeah. Definitely. Old Lyme came out guns a-blazing, and they were, full of energy to start the game.
But they couldn't get that third goal.
No, they couldn't.
They couldn't get it. They didn't get it. And you keep a team like East Lyme around, guess what? You got a game.
Two goals early on by Old Lyme, and then 2 unanswered goals by East Lyme. We're tied at 2, and we're under 30 minutes remaining here in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like the first game. All of a sudden, a Maya Johnson moment in the last minute, becomes somewhat predictable.
East Lyme looking to put the pressure on again. Sports Doctor, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Casey, you hit the nail on the head. I just had a chance to talk to Coach Redding over on the sidelines for East Lyme, and I asked her, I said, is that what you talked about at halftime, was turning up the pressure a little bit? And she said, absolutely. We've got 40 minutes to win this game. We're going to leave it all on the field.
Yeah, well, they're trying right now. East Lyme has been the aggressor here in the second half. Here's a nice ball, but can't get to it as Healy was putting it on the pressure, and she couldn't get there. Instead, Siefkin on the far sideline for Old Lyme. Nice move on the sideline is Siefkin.
Wow.
Heads up field, passes it off. Johnson will go through the midfield now. Johnson, beautiful ball right onto the foot of Manthous, but East Lyme clears it back out. Now Old Lyme making another rush.
Ooh.
Armenia, and a nice job punching it out is East Lyme. Finaro on the far sideline wanted to give it to Siefkin, but out of bounds, and it'll be an East Lyme throw.
Yeah, a lot of the runs for Old Lyme have been straight ahead. You haven't seen too many, diagonal runs. I think if they can change up their runs a little bit, they'll be in better shape.
East Lyme with an opportunity, but great job on the back line by Finaro. We haven't seen that goal by Old Lyme where we saw Finaro.
Bing, 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 yeah.
Right, and they've had 4 ball up to touch it, and finally McCarthy on the far end off. That was so well done. We haven't seen that. Like you said, the runs have been straight ahead. On that particular run, the ball went side to side. 4 different people touched it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a while. Give credit to East Lyme, too, for tightening up.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a ball loose in front. Dangerous.
And I'm watching this, where, just some small things like Old Lyme defenders not following their men in. Like if that ball's bobbled, as you know, the ball can be bobbled.
Absolutely.
Who's following that kid?
Here's Johnson, ever dangerous. Johnson makes a move. Johnson's in the open. Johnson wants to get a shot off, goes to the left foot. Johnson still, left foot flies, and hits the crossbar! In front. Johnson over the top. Oh, Maya!
Oh, Maya is right. What a hit.
Maya Johnson did everything you can do but score. She went through 3 defenders, got it on the left foot, rocketed it off the crossbar, had a second chance, and sailed it through the goalposts.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy. Opportunity that time, but Old Lyme and East Lyme dodged one there.
And now watch.
Oh, here it is, through ball. Nicely done. Very calm, though, as Lathrop.
Lathrop has done a really nice job for a young player to be in that backfield. She's done a really nice job of organizing, getting rid of the ball when she needs to, winning 50-50 balls. Done a nice job back there.
One thing I think we have to do on game day is we have to let the coach. We have to give the coaches a clinic on jersey selection for broadcast
I
purposes.
think we had this problem last year in the ECC final, did we not?
I love the maroon, but can we have white letters instead of black letters on the maroon?
Yes, yes.
At night, can't see him. There's a nice opportunity. Armenia now spins off with the right foot. Down the sideline she goes, looking for Lathrop in the corner. Has a chance. There's a centering ball, and a nice job. Opportunity. Nifty move. Johnson, left foot, lets flyer. Head ball by East Lyme in front to clear.
Boy, she just hits bombs. You know, I give East Lyme a lot of credit.
Yeah, Maya Johnson is dangerous wherever she is.
Yeah.
25 minutes remaining at a 2-2 ball game. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the East Lyme jerseys. They're beautiful, but the black on the maroon is difficult.
Yeah.
There's a nice ball by East Lyme, but controlled in the back by Healy. Lathrop, rather.
Yeah.
Yep, Lathrop. Manthous with an opportunity. Ball on the foot. Out it goes. Off the foot of Morrow into the far side. Looking for a centering pass and can't get it on the ground. East Lyme pushes it back out and looking to transition right out of the defensive end.
That was a good idea by East Lyme.
Old Lyme will throw. Far side. Oh, beautiful move that time. Derone shot and wide. Nice thought that time, Emily Derone, but she just couldn't get the right amount of mustard on it to get it onto goal.
Yep.
And Kelly will take the goal kick for East Lyme on the near post. 2-2. Tied up, East Lyme, Old Lyme. Nicely done by Johnson. Keeps it on her foot. Puts it ahead. It goes to McCarthy. McCarthy back to Johnson. Old Lyme. Johnson makes a beautiful move. Gets a return pass. Couldn't quite get it from Manthous.
Good try, though.
That was well thought of. See, that's the passing I was talking about before. There it goes. Back again. McCarthy streaking in. Left foot. Puts it in front. Manthous. Missed opportunity. Touch pass back. Derone and a deflection out of bounds.
That's a little better from Old Lyme, you know? And they're playing the balls to feet, and they're making it happen, you know? Boy, it looked like a deflection, didn't it?
It did, but they're going to say that it was just Derone hitting it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick unless they change their minds, and that's the argument that McCarthy's making right now.
Yeah.
But the officials say no, say that Derone just missed it left, and it'll be goal kick for East Lyme. There's a break.
Nope, 22 kids were wrong. Here we go. This might be the conference that they needed to hear. Sometimes 22 kids are right.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see the ball, and yep, they're going to call it. That's well done by the officials, though. Well done.
And you know what? They're not going to penalize East Lyme for subbing on that either. So just let it go.
Yeah, well
Give
done.
the right kick. Leave the subs in.
So McCarthy will go take the corner kick for
And now,
Old Lyme.
out of all the years of coaching high school, as a high school coach, these are the moments. That play was just changed.
Overturned, subs come in.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
My opponent has a corner, and watch what happens.
McCarthy, dangerous. Low hits it in the middle. Johnson with a chance, off the foot, and a save by Owen. Johnson had a chance on the deflection.
Yep.
And now you sense a little momentum shift back the other direction with Old Lyme being more aggressive.
Yep.
Finaro keeps it in. Finaro, nicely done on the
She's
sideline.
done a lot of work over there, Finaro. You know, grinding it out over there, you know, winning a lot of 50-50 balls and doing her role.
Only a junior. A lot of talent on these two teams coming back next year. A lot of skilled players in both directions. There's a through ball. Now, here's one thing I will say about East Lyme. I think they got an opportunity, though.
Uh-oh.
Nifty move. Oh, and a great job by Lathrop to clear. Old Lyme clears with Lathrop.
Probably the youngest back they have. Probably playing the most significant.
You know, there's a little bit right now. East Lyme seems to be a little bit content trying to just hit the home run through the middle.
Yep.
Instead of working it side to side.
Yep.
They're trying to get Healy in like they have been, but that's a difficult pass to make, that down the middle.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you live or die by it, you know? Because if Old Lyme wins it and does this, you're you're out of you're out of shape, really.
There's Finaro for Old Lyme.
But I like how East Lyme has played. I mean, East Lyme, yeah, you have Maya Johnson, but we have a good team here.
Yes.
And we're gonna defend as a team. I like what Coach Redding's done.
Ball at midfield.
And it's a very young team.
Yes, they are.
You're right when you said that. I mean, she mentioned that 4 starters were freshmen. Lost a ton of kids from last year, so,
Yeah, they have a few seniors, but they are all the so many of the players on the field right now
young.
are underclassmen.
Yeah.
20 and a half minutes remaining in this ball game. We're tied at 2. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien down on those sidelines, but tonight we got the coach, Rob Brule, and we are in Game 2 of our boys-girls doubleheader between Old Lyme and East Lyme. East Lyme won the first one 2-1 in exciting fashion, and Old Lyme, after jumping out to a 2-0 lead in this one, has seen the Vikings come storming back to tie it at 2.
What's your prediction? What are you thinking, Case? Do you have a prediction right now?
I am always going to err on the side of the great player.
Yeah, me
So
too.
if I had to pick right now,
Yeah.
I'm going to say I got one thing that
Moment of brilliance.
one thing that Paul Gleason can say is, hey, I got Maya Johnson and no one else does.
Right.
Speaking of which, Johnson, beautiful move through the middle. Johnson, one more touch, left foot, let's go a shot, and a save made by Owen. And right there, in a nutshell, is why I choose Old Lyme as the favorite.
Yeah.
Because they've got the great player. I mean, she's just brilliant with the ball. Not to mention, they've won a few state championships in the past few years, so they know how to win.
Yeah, they do. Starting to feel like this is the time of the game where a bounce goes their way.
Corner, McCarthy setting it up. Low liner. East Lyme tries to clear, but instead, a nice opportunity from Derone, but it'll be a goal kick. Sports Doctor said that East Lyme, he's been listening from Coach Redding, said they don't like the physical play. It was a bad matchup last night against Waterford because Waterford's a very physical team.
Yeah.
They'd rather play this finesse game against a team like Old Lyme. They feel like they're better matched up.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. A finesse game versus a finesse team versus last night's physicality of Waterford.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lancers are a physical team. Chris, Coach Gilly has done a nice job making something out of the program that he's created now, and he tries to play the game when he can. He tries to get behind defenders, and he's physical. The game's a physical game.
Zarenda to McCarthy. McCarthy cuts it back, puts it in the middle of the field. Johnson had an opportunity but couldn't connect. And now Old Lyme tries to keep it back in. Lathrop pushes it over to Finaro. Finaro down the sideline to Denya. And Denya fighting on the far side out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in.
Yep.
East Lyme throwing.
Should be a throw-in, right?
It can't be a kick over there. There we go.
Yep.
Throwing as far down as you can be. Right on the flag. On the sideline, East Lyme keeps it in the middle. Johnson, though, pushes it back to her teammate. Now back to Derone. Derone, nice change of fields. Other direction, Zarenda. But a good step in that time by East Lyme.
Yeah, those square balls are trouble. You got to be very sure that it's going to get to where it needs to go to. A flat square ball is dangerous in this game.
Throw from Taylor. Old Lyme intercepts. Now back it goes. Taylor. She loses the ball. Coming out of the pack is Manthous.
She's a nice player.
In the middle to Derone, but a step in and a steal.
Catanzaro out of nowhere.
She tries to take it, but Manthous and Derone. Now Derone takes it. Catanzaro takes it back from Derone, but
wow.
They're going to have Old Lyme ball. Here's a dangerous part of the field to be on. 35 yards out, 17 minutes, and we're counting here in a 2-2 ball game. They're going to let Brittany Derone take the kick. She approaches, lets it fly, looking for a run, and she just hits it out of bounds. No far side. They're trying to get Denya on the far post, but she couldn't get there in time. It's tough to stay on sides and get to that far post on that ball.
Yeah, when you have a long, low-driven ball, it's nearly impossible, So you have to, it's just a tough ball to play, and it has to be perfect, You had to float it in there and just enough. But
yeah, I always found the keeper's friend was that kind of angle where you really didn't have to worry about a backside person coming in. You can really kind of keep everything in front of you.
Yep.
It's those high arcers where you're in no man's land.
Yeah.
You don't know whether to come out.
6 to 12 yards out.
Yeah, those are the ones that really frustrate you. On the far sideline, out of bounds it goes. Old Lyme will have the throw, and we're now under 16 minutes to go here in a 2-2 game. And a bad throw that time, what we call that, an unforced error.
Yes.
That time, that's a true turnover right now because now East Lyme has the throw. Venditti will throw on the far side, and she whiffed on it. That's the third time tonight we have seen a player whiff on a throw.
Yeah.
Has to be the wet ball.
Yeah, definitely.
We saw in the boys' game, we saw Romeo dry the ball off every single time he threw it, which I think is what really you need to happen. But it negates the quick throw. Nice step in and a penalty. We're going to have East Lyme controlling possession now. Old Lyme drops back.
These Vikings are not going anywhere. They're bending. They're bending. They're not breaking.
And you know the dangerous Healy and Catanzaro are down lurking right now for the Vikings.
Yep.
Keep your eye on Wargo, Healy, and Catanzaro. Here comes the kick. Kelly, low liner. Healy on the run. Oh, dangerous ball, but Gray clears it. That's that deflection you talked about.
Totally. Yep.
You know, sometimes there's a rebound.
I used to call that the thank you ball. Thank you, kid.
Yes.
Thank you, coach. Thank you, kid.
Oh, Old Lyme that time dodges a little one there as East Lyme. No whistle, play on. East Lyme, opportunity.
The guy had he had his whistle in his mouth.
Lathrop plays it out wide now. Finaro tripped up. East Lyme recovers. East Lyme tries to put it back in their own end. Down the sideline it goes, but a little too much steam. And
good back pressure by Armenia. Armenia, right?
Yes.
Armenia?
Armenia.
Yeah.
Armenia. Kaylee. She's a player.
She is.
Only a sophomore. Good things to come. So it'll be a goal kick here for Old Lyme. Out of their own end. Far post from us. 13 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in a 2-2 game. On the run now. Old Lyme can't get to the ball. East Lyme instead tries to put pressure, keep it on their own end. Fighting. And Finaro tries to put it back. Handball gets away with. Manthous steps up, can't do it now. East Lyme with a chance. And Old Lyme heads it out.
Well won by Jorenda. Now just get out. Yeah, that's where you just say, you know what, I'm going to get out of the way.
And Johnson doing her best. Pele, but a beautiful strip from Healy. The freshman took it away from the senior. Healy, through ball. Catanzaro can't get there. And a save by Gray. Dangerous that time.
Sure was.
Punt kept in nicely by Healy. Midfield, East Lyme retains possession. Now Finaro steps in for Old Lyme. There comes Armenia. Armenia dancing. Space in the middle. Armenia. Oh, nice step through. And East Lyme by Agbayani.
She's been a nice player.
Finaro knows a change of field. Johnson, middle of the field, dangerous. Inside the 30, switches over, left foot. Johnson tries to dump it in, does. Armenia shoots and goes wide.
Good turn, good ball.
I'm debating whether or not I want Johnson to take that shot. She's been so dangerous with the left foot.
Yep.
But she saw an opportunity for Armenia. That's a lot of trust in the young sophomore.
Sure was. And it was nice that the young sophomore showed herself there, you know? Gave her an option.
Armenia back with the ball for Old Lyme.
Look at this.
Spins.
Look at this kid.
Beautiful move. Goes down the sideline, and nice check out there by East Lyme, but it'll be an Old Lyme throw, and it'll be taken by McCarthy.
I mean, look at these. Healy. You know, you look at Lathrop. You look at Armenia. You know, you look at these young kids, freshmen and sophomores, playing with the Maya Johnsons of the world, you know? These are such great little players.
McCarthy to Johnson. McCarthy gets it back, stolen by the Vikings. They try to switch into the offensive end, but a nice job step up by Finaro. Finaro will keep it in for Old Lyme. In the middle of the field now, kept in by Old Lyme. East Lyme just trying to get transition going, hasn't been able to. Now a ball on the outside. Running down is Finaro for Old Lyme, and she just punches it out of bounds, but it stays in the corner, and we'll wait for the whistle. It will stay East Lyme ball.
Could be dangerous.
It means that they're going to get a corner. So dangerous time in a 2-2 game, under 11 minutes, and it'll be a Viking corner.
Yeah, you sensing Old Lyme getting a little tired?
I do.
The legs getting a little bit tired. The passes aren't as sharp.
I do. The Vikings turning up the pressure now. Keep your eye on Wargo and Healy in the middle.
Could this be the set piece?
High ball in the air. Kelly tries to get ahead on it. It's loose and cleared by Old Lyme. Armenia, one person to beat, but a nice job by Venditti to keep it in the East Lyme end.
No offsides there, huh?
And finally a whistle. It'll stay East Lyme ball.
Yeah, I think East Lyme got away with one there with a no offside call, but that's, it's part of the game.
10 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2-2, East Lyme and Old Lyme. Throw in from Venditti, low. Punched up into the air. Anybody's ball. Who's going to get those 50-50 balls? Old Lyme. That's another way you know they're tired.
Boy, yeah,
Turn and clear.
10 people defending.
Kelly puts it back in for East Lyme. Dangerous flick goes backwards by Old Lyme. Healy with the ball for the Vikings. Stops. Moves back left. Puts it in the middle. Gets a return. Healy. Shot. And a save. Ball was deflected and Gray was on her line. Opportunity that time, East Lyme with a scoring chance.
Yep, East Lyme, good shape. Getting back in the lock, the line of confrontation around 30 yards out. Been doing it all night.
Agbayani calmly clears it back to Wargo. Wargo turns to Kelly, and they'll go and switch fields. Nicely done by East Lyme. Dangerous, intercepted. McCarthy puts it in front, and a goal! Put into the net by Abigail Manthous for the lead.
That kid's been tough. Kid was tough in the first half.
3-2 Old Lyme.
Wow.
McCarthy to Manthous for the goal.
What a goal. We may not be done, Casey. We may not be done. There could be another one here.
And we've got McCarthy cramping. That's what that is. Long run and a cramp. And so with 3-2 Old Lyme with just under 9 minutes remaining in the game, we're going to see if McCarthy's going to have to go to the sideline.
That might be Johnson.
Is it Johnson? And East Lyme wants to get the ball in right away. And we're going to get a whistle finally. They're going to stop this thing. Is it Johnson or is it McCarthy?
Looks like Johnson.
It's a Johnson. It's 12. And that's, if it's Maya Johnson, that is an yeah, it is, because there's McCarthy on the sideline. So it is Maya Johnson, number 12. It looks like a
cramp.
It looks like a cramp. I mean, the way she did it, she took 2 steps and went right for her calf. I mean,
Yep.
that's one of those classic cramps. But she's going to have to come off the field, and that is not an easy thing. And they're helping her off the field right now. Daron is helping with the trainer, getting Maya Johnson off the field. 8:48 remaining in the game, and the best player on the field is heading to the sideline.
Yep. Gut check time for Old Lyme.
Already thin. Old Lyme already missing a couple of varsity starters with some injuries.
Yep.
And going to the sideline is your best player.
And player of the year.
So, yeah, but you got to lead.
Right.
And better than if it was 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the cramp came after the run that she put on the goal.
Yeah, she got on her horse and got up there and dragged the defender out of that space. And now it's the little things, Let's see this young Old Lyme team hold on to a lead. Let's see what East Lyme does right now. A young East Lyme team.
That's right. Kenya sees the opportunity. Lauren Wallace comes in, only a sophomore. She comes in to replace. Sports doctor says it's cramps. She's okay. She's already saying she's okay on the sideline, but she is cramping, which is not a surprise, especially first game of the year. and the heat of the week.
And no, kids, it was cool out today, so kids think they're hydrated, and they're
right.
not.
No.
So, it's very typical of a cool day to be dehydrated.
Nice job. Gray comes off her line, beats the Viking to the ball, and it's 3-2 Old Lyme with 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Can they hold on against a tenacious East Lyme Viking team?
Yeah.
East Lyme doesn't want to lose back-to-back heartbreakers.
No, and they don't want to lose at home. I mean, what happened here?
We're going to get a whistle, and it's going to be East Lyme.
Handball, maybe.
East Lyme ball. Must have been off the hand. Let's find out how long Maya Johnson is on the sideline before she says, "Nope, coach, I'm back in this thing." You see her stretching the hamstring down the sideline, the calf rather.
Yeah, unfortunately, those keep cramping up.
Oh yeah. Kelly puts it in for East Lyme.
Tie my shoe.
I was a notorious cramp guy back in high school. My calves were really bad. I would wake up in the middle of the night with cramps.
Yep.
And unfortunately, my son has inherited that from me. He has woken up 3 times in the last 2 weeks with cramps on his calves in the middle of the night. We do magnesium and potassium and everything. It's just a thing that happens. So I can unsympathize. Here's a nice job that time stepping in as Siefkin was heading down the sideline, but East Lyme intercepts and out of bounds. It'll stay Old Lyme ball. And cramping, as you know, is no fun. I mean, it feels like you can't move.
It's underrated how painful it is.
It really is. It's true.
It's like stomach flu.
Oh, that's right.
Like we're supposed to say, I got the stomach flu. I'm like, have you ever had the stomach flu?
That's no fun at all.
It's like cramps. Like it's brutal.
Ball in the middle, opportunity that time. You got to wonder who's going to step up for Old Lyme with Maya Johnson on the bench right now. You got to think Armenia is going to be the main target now. East Lyme in the midfield, controls, long ball. Old Lyme, though, content to drop back Derone and Finaro.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Like this is the last 8 minutes of a game. Ball's out, walk to throw-ins. You try to just slow it down a little bit.
Waiting on the sideline to come back in the game, Maya Johnson. She just needs a change of possession so that she can get in. Old Lyme fighting for it, but right now East Lyme controls. Old Lyme happy to drop back 9 defenders right now.
Yeah. East Lyme's not done.
6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. 3-2 Old Lyme. There's the throw-in. Kelly tries to cut.
Ooh.
Stoned by Finaro and company. Very physical. Shot goes wide. Nice opportunity, but shot goes wide. And 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, and Johnson comes back into the ball game. Lauren Wallace heads off. And so we'll see how Johnson does with the cramping calf.
She's probably just as good with a cramping calf.
I mean, with 2 calves, it's almost unfair. Armenia with the opportunity. Has Johnson running through, doesn't see her. Kept in by McCarthy. McCarthy plays it, and East Lyme intercepts. Now Old Lyme trying to get it back.
It's where a young player, you got to know. You got to find your number 12,
There she is right now with the ball in midfield, and she puts a ball down the sideline. It goes back to McCarthy. McCarthy cuts in. Nice ball. It goes to Derone. Derone down in the corner. Oh, she just missed Armenia. Transition from East Lyme. Going in the other direction. Long ball. Stepping in, and a penalty maybe? No. Couldn't get there. Caitlin White was on the run. So was Healy. Neither could get there.
Good ball.
Back the other direction. Beautifully done. Klimaszewski. Can she beat Kelly to the ball? Kelly beats her to the ball, but kicks it out of bounds.
Great stuff by Old Lyme right there. They worked hard to keep that ball in play way out there on the far touchline, Casey, and all of a sudden 40 yards downfield. 4 minutes left. That's
great foot race between Klimaszewski and Kelly. Kelly won it, but had to settle for kicking it out of bounds. Old Lyme, a little bit of offensive pressure. Klimaszewski with the left foot. Ball kept in. Klimaszewski, low liner. East Lyme tries to clear. Out of bounds. It'll stay Old Lyme ball. East Lyme fans wanted a deflection.
Vikings are getting a little restless.
Zarenda puts it back in the middle on a run.
Uh-oh.
Loose ball. Johnson, stutter steps, left foot, back to the right. Johnson takes a shot, and a gorgeous save Rebound! Oh, wide open, missed by Klimaszewski. Johnson had a beautiful shot. Great save by Owen. Rebound was in front, and oh my, Old Lyme.
She wants that one back. Yep, she wants that one back.
The two seniors, CC
Shaking her head.
Klimaszewski and Maya Johnson, they could have put this one away. Instead, East Lyme has life. 3-2 Old Lyme, 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Oh, dangerous through ball. They wanted Healy. East Lyme still fighting. Old Lyme still fighting. There's a ball in the middle of the field.
Look at this.
On the run, Johnson ahead to Klimaszewski. Switches to the right foot. Back it goes. Johnson, one-timer, and a save by Owen.
I think the calf's feeling better.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. True.
Owen tries to clear it out on the punt, but Old Lyme sensing it. Dangerous right now. Agbayani tries to change fields for East Lyme. Can't. McCarthy, nice job. Stoned by Venditti. Run down the sideline by Venditti. And a step in by by Finaro. And it'll be East Lyme ball still. East Lyme, one last chance. 2.5 minutes left. They got to put a little something on.
Yep.
Field change, but a nice step in the middle. Old Lyme stepped in by Zrenda.
That's where you got to get it up and out.
Nice job. Old Lyme really stepping up that time. Derone. East Lyme now 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Down 3-2. Old Lyme on a late goal. Up 3-2. Flick. Zrenda loses it, but calmly plays it in the back.
Whoa.
Zrenda turns and just knocks it out of bounds. You're going to see a lot of knocking out of bounds at this point.
You are.
When in doubt.
Kick it out.
That's right. Step in. Nicely done by Johnson. She's everywhere helping out now. One last chance. Catanzaro. Ball goes up in the air. Catanzaro looks ahead. Old Lyme, nicely done. Finaro, far right side, loses it. Wargo. Now it goes to Venditti. Venditti looking for Healy. Beautiful step in down there, though.
And just eating the clock.
Beautiful step in.
By Lathrop?
Yeah, it was Lathrop, and she's just
had a really good game.
Yeah, she really has. Sealed her off. Well. Goal kick now for Old Lyme as we under a minute. Very difficult right here. Got to clear it. They're taking their time.
Yeah, this is a veteran move right there.
Zrenda.
You take it. No, you take it.
Oh, Zrenda kicks it out of bounds, so Old East Lyme's going to have one last chance. 40 seconds remaining. They got to go. Venditti with the throw. Beautiful step in by Finaro. Agbayani puts it back in for East Lyme. Here's a transition ball. Armenia can't get it as Kelly steps in. East Lyme, one last chance, under 30 seconds. Ball through, got to come off your line, and there she comes. This keeper for Old Lyme, Gray, comes in, and now you can eat off another 10 seconds.
Yeah. This is where I kick it out to the porta potties.
15 seconds left. She's going to let this thing go, and that's pretty much all she's going to do. Nice flick that time by Johnson. Smart play.
Yep.
Just kept it in the air. 5 seconds remaining. A final clear by Old Lyme. And there's your ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful win for the Old Lyme Wildcats to salvage the split on doubleheader Saturday at East Lyme High School. Your final score, the Old Lyme Wildcats 3, the East Lyme Vikings 2, in a thriller. Coach, what a great game.
End to end, we couldn't have asked for anything more. You know, couldn't have asked for any better effort. These two teams came out and they played like champions tonight. You know, they went after it, you know?
2-1 in the first game, East Lyme, 3-2 in the second, Old Lyme. Right. And at the end of the day, it was Alec Kaczynski and Maya Johnson, the players of the potential players of the year in their conference, doing what great players do.
Make other people better.
Yes.
Make your teammates better.
That's exactly what they did. They are just fantastic players, and they showed up tonight. It is exciting. Well, we are just starting what is going to be a long and fruitful season on game day. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, the 21st of September, from New London High School, where the Killingly High School Redmen, the Class State champions from the ECC, will travel down, of course, Jack Cochran, now the assistant coach, along with Chad Neal. They'll head down to Whalerville. And New London with a great win last night for the first game under new head coach Johnny Burns. We will have that live for you on game day. We'll have exciting football, soccer, volleyball, lots more all year long on game day. For the coach, Rob Brule, with a sports doctor down the sideline, Keith O'Brien, for Peter Wappy and all of our crew, I'm Casey O'Neill saying good night, everybody.